Yep, and we're live, folks. I'm back with a new video, and today, I'm going to do a lecture today. I'm just waiting for my computer to finish updating. So, and today we're going to talk about low vibrational energies. So, before this goes in, before I get started, I just want to say shout out to my soul family, shout out to everyone. Peace and blessings to y'all. You guys are amazing. Hope you guys are doing an amazing day. And, I'm about to get into it. My computer's done loading, updating. So, yeah, what I said, I'm about to pull up. I'm about to pull up the low vibrational energies and go in from there. It's gonna have the whole vibrational chart, but I just want you guys to see it. I'm gonna write it down soon, and everything's great. The computer's slowing down, but I'm just gonna write these notes down. Low vibrational energies. Vibrational energies. Hope you can see that well. My handwriting is not the best, but I'm about to go in as soon as this shit pops up. So it's a hierarchy scale to the low and high vibrational energies. These are also conscious levels, and like this, they go by different levels, obviously, but they go by different levels. And once you feel an emotion with it, it tells what type of vibration that you're in. It goes from super high to super low, from 0 to 1,000. 0 being death, and 1,000 being the God consciousness. So keep that in mind. Low is 0 equals death. 1,000 equals God consciousness. But today we're gonna start with the lows. And yeah, the laptop's finally long, but I have it down, written right here. Put it in the camera. 0 equals death. 1,000 equals God consciousness. So if you have no conscious level, you're dead, basically. Okay. Everything would be so amazing. This computer works. And I hope I don't want to take forever, but oh my gosh. Sorry guys, this laptop is not the fastest working, because I wanted to show a picture of the hierarchy scale of the conscious levels, and when technology is not up to par, and I don't have the editing, I don't feel like editing, like showing the screen or whatnot, editing that on, so I'm just gonna have it, and I could edit it. But I don't have the resources right now. I don't have the resources right now, and then so I'm just gonna fucking sit here and wait for my laptop to get its act together. So yeah, but first of all, 0 to 1,000. Consciousness level goes from 0 to 1,000. Let me write that down. This level scales from 0 to 1,000. 0 to 1,000. Right here, 0 to 1,000, if you can see that legibly. It goes from 0 to 1,000. Profile error has occurred. I don't give a fuck. Enlightenment frequency. 0 to 1,000, lowest being death, 0 being 1,000 being God consciousness, and we're finally locked and loaded. The Enlightenment vortex. So yeah, since I'm going over the highest to lowest, let me focus in on that. So okay, so we have the lowest vibration above death. Death is 0. So once we get to 20, oh my gosh, I hope you can see this. But yeah, once we get to 20, hope it's focused in. Once we get to 20, we get to shame. Shame being the lowest up from death. Let me just write it down. Whatever, and I'm just gonna show it in the camera. So yeah, nobody's gonna see that. So yeah, so once we get to 20, 20 equals shame. 20 equals shame. Hopefully you can see that. 20 equals shame. And that shame brings a feeling of humiliation and humiliation and sadness, basically. So yeah, let me pull up the other one. I wish I could just show the screen. But yeah, shame being the lowest up from death. With that being said, I posted these earlier. I posted these before, but you know, what a description. I wish I had a description. My bad. This is probably the worst lecture ever. But yeah, it was good, Keyshawn. But yeah, 20, yeah, so I'm gonna just show the thing. 0 is death. This is the lowest consciousness level. 1,000 is God consciousness. And once we go up from 0, I wish I had it in order. This consciousness level scale goes from 0 to 1,000. And once we go from 0 to 20, 20 is, we go from death to shame. So the second lowest, the second lowest is shame. Since we're only going over the lowest vibrational frequencies today. We're only going from the lowest vibrational frequencies. So next we go up to 30. 30, the 30 level vibration is guilt. And you know, once you feel guilty of stuff, you know, it can lead to anything. It can lead to a lot of things. I wish I had the description with me. Yeah, I don't have all my material ready. This is great. Because I can't find with description. Levels with description. I can't fully go in. Okay. Because if I could just find that. Hey, how you doing? I hope you're doing amazing. I hope this lecture ain't purely shit, but you know. Okay. Alright, I can go, yeah. Alright. Oh, yeah, okay. So, yeah, once we get into shame. Alright, I'm going to start off with shame. Shame is a 20 level frequency. Shame is a 20 level frequency. The feeling and emotion you get from having shame is humiliation. The emotion behind humiliation will give you a life view as being miserable. So once you feel shame, you're going to feel miserable and have a miserable life view. So you're going to think everything in life is like terrible, nothing's going right. Everything is just shit at this point once you're in the shame level frequency. And once it goes higher from that, once you go into guilt. Guilt is the 30 level frequency. And the emotion behind guilt is blame. You feel like a blame emotion. Like everything's the blame. It's like self-blame, self-harm. Self-blame once you get to guilt. Or you've been blamed by others that makes you felt guilty once you started feeling guilty from the blame of others. Or something tragic happened to someone that you love and you take the blame for it. So you feel this guilty type of vibration and energy behind you. Your life view, you just have an evil life view behind this point. An evil life view. So you have so much blame that it can make you evil. If you get what I'm saying. Like, and you might start doing wicked things because of the guilt and the blame, which also could come from shame and humiliation. So you've been humiliated to the point that you start to blame yourself for everything, or you've been blamed to the point where you're humiliated, you see everything miserably, you have a miserable life point, which can lead to turning evil and doing wicked things. This is how people become soulless. They become so, like you pick with a person so much, somebody get picked at so much that they might kill someone. This is what type of frequencies they're in. They're in like a shame/guilt type of frequency. And this could lead to the detriment and the cost of someone else's life, or if they're costing their own life through suicide, through killing someone, and going to jail, and things of that nature. So this is another like low vibrational energy. The next one is apathy. We go to level 50. Level 50 is apathy. And the emotion behind apathy is despair and hopelessness. Your life, oh, well, the emotion behind it is hopelessness. All right, so we're at level 50 now, which is apathy. I hope you guys can see that. Apathy. Apathy is, yeah, apathy, like everything's just disappointing. Like you have despair. Despair, you have despair emotions behind you. And your life view is hopelessness. You're helpless and you're hopeless. That nothing will get better. You're just moping around. Nothing will get better. And nothing is going right. Like nothing just seems to go right. Like everything you do, nothing is going right. That's like your life point. Like you're just hopeless for it. You're just hopeless of anything. Like just you're just in a helpless state. And how's it going, everybody that just joined? Hope this ain't an entirely shit lecture. But yeah. But once you get out of apathy, next is fear. The higher level, we go to 75. The 75 frequency is fear. And the emotion that you get behind fear is anxiety, and your life view is frightening. You just become scary. Yeah, 75 is fear. Hope you can see that. Hope it's legible. And you're just scary at this point. Like, you don't want to do nothing. You're just so hopeless. Like, you gain apathy. You know, you have guilt. This can come from guilt. This can come from shame that you feel fear of life. Like, you just fear like everything's going to go wrong. You're not willing to take risks. You're, like, super cautious. You could be super ground, but you're just, like, super cautious. You're not trying to take any risks because you fear you're going to lose everything, even your life. You know, that's, like, the higher level consciousness. And once you develop fear, you're just going to be, like, not willing to step outside your comfort zone, and it's going to keep you from growing. You're just going to be in a stagnant place where life is just moving slow, if you get what I'm saying with this. And then the next one is desire. We go up to 100. Oh, damn it. Fear is not, okay. All right, I didn't skip one. Fear is at 100. My bad. 75 is grief. And the feeling that you get behind grief is regret. And then you have a tragic life view. You know, 75, just to make it, 75 is grief. 100 is fear. So, grief. The next is grief. So, you know what? Grief can lead to depression. A period of grief can lead to depression. Any of these low vibrations can lead to depression. So, but, like, grief is, like, necessary. I guess maybe it's, like, the leading cause to depression. Like, you lost someone. You lost someone through romance, through death, anything. A loss of anyone can lead to a grief period. And once you start to grieve, it can lead to depression if you don't find a way to get out of that frequency. And, you know, this can raise your anxiety. Well, no, never mind, that's fear. But this can make regret, like, oh, I could have done better. I could have prevented this, you know. If, like, one of your friends got murdered or something, and then, like, if they needed a ride home, you couldn't give them a ride home at that time. This could make regret because, yeah, the grief will bring regret because you're going to start putting yourself in situations like, man, I should have gave them this ride home, and they will probably still be here if that happened. And then your life view will be tragic because you'll have a tragic life view because you're going to expect the worst everything you're going to expect the worst out of everything, every situation. So, or you're going to look out for, like, the worst in every situation. Like, say if you're like you're working, like, oh, I might just get fired at some point, and during this grief period and whatnot. So yeah, that's another way, another low vibrational scale that could lead to destruction. It's a destructive energy behind all of these conscious levels. The next one is desire. 125 is desire. I could break down this whole thing, but you know, the emotion behind desire is craving, but your life view would go to disappointment. So, 125, desire. So, you know, you just crave something, you're just in lust, just have a lustful point of view, or you just desire the better things in life. But, you know, it may get to the point where you desire something so much, and when you don't get it, you're unpleasable. You're unable to be satisfied, dissatisfied all the time. I forgot the word to it, but it could lead to a disappointed life because you crave and want so much that when you don't get it, you get disappointed by everything. Your expectations are so high. But yeah, which one? Which frequency is bad? Good or bad? These are all okay. Yeah, you desire, you want something so bad that it could be good or bad. Like this is kind of neutral. I like neutral a little bit. Okay, desire can be, but it's a low vibrational. So this thing is not necessarily good or bad. It's just low. It's like animalistic feelings and thinking conscious levels. Animalistic that, and then the higher it goes up, the more angelic it is. So yeah. So yeah, you could crave something to the point that when you don't get it, it's disappointing. So, but yeah, it's good to have desires, if you want to achieve a goal or anything. So yes, next is anger. Anger, 150. 150 equals anger. Yeah, 150, anger. Hope this is legible. So anger, the emotion you get behind anger is hate, and your life view could be in an antagonist way. So since you're so angry, it can lead to aggression. It can lead you to hating on other people because you're angry at life, things that are going on in your life. You're angry to the point that you may want to harm someone. And then the life view of being an antagonist is that you're always against what's good, or you're always against you're angry, or you're at a desire point. But yeah, with that being said, the angrier you get, that you're so disappointed in life, and then you try to antagonize anyone that has something good going on for them. So that is but that is not the good way to go. So you're gonna have to find a way to get through these evil conscious levels. Not evil. They're not evil. Nothing's necessarily evil. But you gotta learn how to not feel hatred towards people and to not antagonize people that have something good going on for themselves. So that's the detriment. I don't do all that, but I'm angry. All right, I got you. But it could happen if you're in that frequency. So yeah. And then the last low vibrational energy I have is pride. This is the highest of the lowest vibrations. But I'm gonna get into the neutrals tomorrow. Pride, good old pride. Pride could be our biggest detriment sometimes. So yeah, 175 equals pride. Yep, there we go. We're stopping at 175 today, and I'll get back into it tomorrow. Pride. Pride is, the emotion behind pride is scorn, and your life view could be demanding. So you have so much pride that you're demanding of others, and you're basically demanding life to revolve around you, without, I guess, necessarily going out and putting the effort. So you have, somebody that has so much pride that they're not living in their heart space, they're living in their ego so much that they're not going to tell you how they feel about you. You have someone that you love, or that you've broken up with, they have so much pride that they're not willing to admit that they miss you, or you have so much pride that you're not willing to hit them up no more, this and that, blah, 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 things like that. It keeps us from living in our heart space. So once you find pride, or once you have a lot of pride, someone that has a lot of pride, they're not into like the right brain or the heart feeling. They're so stuck in their head. They're stuck in their head, basically. Stuck in their head and stuck in their ego. If you have a bunch of pride in this conscious level. So pride is pretty spontaneous, pretty courageous. Great lecture. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll be back on here tomorrow, and then Sunday I'm gonna have like the highest level, because I'm probably not gonna feel like doing this Saturday. But yeah, tomorrow I'll definitely go over the neutral, calm, conscious levels. But to wrap things up, I'm gonna just write down all of them, and I'm not gonna go over them. So 200, so I can just have this remembered, so I can just go in tomorrow and not just write it down. We have courage. 200 is courage. This is the first neutral energy. The first neutral. Next is neutrality. Funny. Next is neutrality. Hello, Ebony. You would come at the end of my lecture. Next is neutrality. And the willingness. The next is willingness. 310. That's willingness. And 350. That's acceptance. And and the last one is reason, which is reason. That's 400, which is reason. Oh man, this lecture started out off as a shit show. So I'm gonna just break down a summary. Sorry, so the conscious levels, they go from 0 to 1,000. 0 being death, the highest 1,000, which is God consciousness. You know, that's basically enlightenment. Once you get enlightened, you can just have like you're connected to the Creator or God, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, but yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in, even if you tuned in late. I hope this was a good lecture to start off as a shit show. I'm not gonna lie, but tomorrow I'll be back at it. I'm gonna go over the neutral viewpoints and neutral conscious levels. But you know, love you guys. Thank you for watching. I'm out. Peace.